This performance begins at 7:30 according to notice for the 20th Century Boy, but that is not true. Because of technical problems, it is now beginning at 8 p.m. What is of further interest is that photography and filming is not permitted until the last 15 minutes of the show. I suppose that corresponds with other big shows, but Theatre Royal, I've not really known that officially. The performance ended approximately 10:25, it's now 5 to 11, it will now end at 5 to 11, which means that the cut-off time for the bus on the tram, 11 o'clock, is getting very close. To complete the story about Tuesday night, after being told that the show would commence at 8 o'clock, we were let in about 7:30, and it got to 8 o'clock and nothing happened. People were getting restless in the audience. 8:15 came and went. The front of house staff were wandering around, didn't seem to know what was happening. Eventually, at 8:25, the front of house manager got up on stage and announced to us all that because of, quote, technical difficulties, the show had to be cancelled for that night, and we could either transfer the tickets to another performance or get a refund. I had to arrange a refund because I was at a different show on Wednesday night in Newcastle, Thursday night in Ravenshead, Friday night was Gary Barlow, and Saturday afternoon and evening I'm in London at 2 productions there. Now on Verity Cowley's programme on Radio Nottingham on Wednesday afternoon, which I was invited to take part in but wasn't around at the time, Verity interviewed the character playing Mark Bolan, I think his name was George somebody or other, who blamed again technical difficulties. Now what I'm quoting here is only rumour, it may or may not be true, I don't know, but it seems to me that the person playing Mark Bolan was late arriving at the theatre. It's strange that the show, is it done on the cheap, did not have a suitable understudy so that the show could go ahead. But that's by the way. We were concerned about what the reason for the late arrival, if that was the reason, for the performer who played Mark. Two stories have emerged. One is that he had a blowout on the motorway. True or not, I don't know. Another reason, maybe, I don't know how true this one is, it seems even more far-fetched, is that the star of the show was attending a show commemorating the tragic events in Manchester a year earlier, and because of that was late arriving in Nottingham. I repeat, I do not know how true those are. It might have just been technical difficulties behind the scenes. I'm not in a position to know. What is ironic though is that this was the week that Sunset Boulevard was supposed to be on. That was on a nationwide tour and it was prematurely brought to an end, so never got round to Nottingham. I had seen it at the Comedy Theatre in London, a pared down version with a few musicians on the stage, but it would have been nice to see a fully concert version of Sunset Boulevard, but that was cancelled, so instead we got 20th Century Boy, except we didn't get it on the Tuesday night. It's a shame there wasn't an understudy.